Hello everybody, today I am going to discuss with you the debate associated with the foundation of Indian National Congress. It is a very important topic for prelims and mains exam, especially for mains exam. Indian National Congress. See, Indian National Congress was founded in December 1885. It was founded by A.O. Hume, Alan Octavian Hume. He was a retired civil servant, British civil servant, and he was secretary in the Department of Agriculture. A.O. Hume and some other Englishmen along with moderate leader were responsible for the foundation of Indian National Congress. Indian National Congress was the first all India platform, and it was the foremost platform which played a very important role in Indian national movement. Annie Besant, in her book How India Wrought for Freedom, Annie Besant was the first, the first women president of Indian National Congress. Annie Besant, in her book How India Wrought for Freedom, put forwarded the view that 17 Indians who participated in Adayar Convention, and in that convention there was the idea of the foundation of Indian National Congress was conceived. And this idea which was there in the air, it was given shape by A.O. Hume in December 1885. Pattabi Sitaramaiah also, gives a detail about the foundation of Indian National Congress in the book History of INC. Indian National Congress, as I told you, was the first all India platform, all India organization which played a very important role in the Indian national movement. In Indian national movement, there are two types of movement. One is Congress movement, where the famous non-cooperation movement, civil disobedience movement, Quit India movement. Other is non-Congress movement, where revolutionary extremism and the role played by Subhash Chandra Bose, INA, and other movements, that Royal Indian Navy mutiny, that is another, but both are Indian national movement. So Congress played a very important role, and it was one of the most remarkable development. The foundation of Indian National Congress was one of the most remarkable development in the history of modern India. And the debate associated with Indian National Congress is what? On the foundation of Indian National Congress. The debate associated with Indian National Congress was on the foundation of INC. This is a very important, development, and it is an issue of controversy. What is the debate? Let us check it out. Debate related to the foundation of INC, and this debate is basically the safety valve theory. This safety valve theory, for the first time, given by William Wedderburn who writes in the biography of A.O. Hume in 1913, for the first time, the mention of safety valve theory. Then, a group of nationalists also like Lala Lajpat Rai, in Young India, he mentions about safety valve theory. Then, M.S. Golwalkar. M.S. Golwalkar in his pamphlet V also mentions about safety valve theory. And they told that Indian National Congress is basically the result of Lord Dufferin and A.O. Hume's collaboration. Because see, Lord Dufferin was the Governor General of India during the foundation of Indian National Congress in 1885. And A.O. Hume was the founder, the main man behind the foundation of Indian National Congress. So, this group of people, William Wedderburn, Lala Lajpat Rai, M.S. Golwalkar, C.F. Andrews was also there, Girija Mukherjee is also there, all these people mentioning in their work that, Indian National Congress was basically the result of the collaboration of Lord Dufferin and A.O. Hume. And at the same time, the nationalist leaders, Lala Lajpat Rai or, the M.S. Golwalkar and other, they also question mark the efficacy of the moderate politics. Efficacy of moderate politics. This debate was triggered by the comment given by W.C. Banerjee, who was the first president of Indian National Congress, when he says that Indian National Congress is not against the British rule. And this comment was used by the extremists because there was ideological clash between the moderates and the extremists. And because of this ideological clash, we find there was Surat split, the famous split of Congress that happened in the Surat session in 1907. So they the extremists question mark the efficacy of the moderate politics, that the moderates leaders and English, they got together and they have actually created a platform, Indian National Congress, and this is basically to vent out the anger of the Indians, because there were one was the comment that was given by W.C. Banerjee, and that comment was used. But here we need to understand that W.C. Banerjee, who commented that Indian National Congress was not against the British rule, that means W.C. Banerjee was actually saying that the intention of W.C. Banerjee was that he never wanted a reactionary a severe reaction coming out from the Britishers. मतलब वो चाहते नहीं थे कि ब्रिटिश रिएक्ट करे और जो कांग्रेस बनी है उसको ख़त्म कर दिया जाए. So W.C. Banerjee says that it was made because we needed a platform so that we can bring out the opinion of the Indians, the masses, through the leaders. So these leaders, the extremists, they question the moderate politics, that they have मिल गए हैं ये लोग moderates जो हैं मिल गए हैं ब्रिटिश से और कांग्रेस बनाया है ताकि कोई रिवोल्ट हो तो वो रिवोल्ट हो ना पाए. Because see, when A.O. Hume was, according to this group, basically there is a group, nationalist group, and William Wedderburn and all these people, they say that, Congress was formed as a result of the conspiracy of the moderates and the English. So this was proved by them, how that, A.O. Hume, when he was posted as, when he was posted in the Department of Revenue, when he was working in the Department of Revenue, he read various reports, and from that reports he gathered the information, that is, that there is a very big revolt is happening in India. One revolt that happened in 1857 that shook the very existence of the British imperial power. So A.O. Hume knew that another, by reading 30,000 reports when he was in Revenue Department in Shimla in 1878, he knew that another, by reading those reports, he came to know that, another great revolt is happening. So he wanted to build a platform of Indian National Congress, so that the anger of the masses can easily vent out through this platform. Safety valve Congress will be established as safety valve, so that the danger to the British imperial power can be subsided. They started telling these people that, Dufferin, Hume was basically promoting the British imperialism, and Congress was basically the brainchild of Lord Dufferin and result of the cooperation of both A.O. Hume and Lord Dufferin, was the Governor General of India at that time. So if you try to analyze these claims that, Congress was basically the result of the conspiracy of the moderates, Hume and Dufferin, if you try to analyze, this can be dealt after understanding the recent researches. The recent researches and, the reports, various reports that was issued later, it can be properly concluded that Congress was not a safety valve. A.O. Hume established Congress because he wanted to soften the attitude of the British towards Indian. He had sympathetic temperament towards Indian. He was writing letters to the graduates of Calcutta University. He wanted a all India platform, so that the Indian leaders could, put their, issues and their aspirations in front of the British. How? Because see, Dufferin was not in the favor of foundation of Indian National Congress. In a letter to Rie, who was the governor of, Bombay, Dufferin told that, Hume is losing his balance, mental balance, and he's supporting the foundation of Indian National Congress. And he warned Rie to stay away from this kind of activities. Then we also find that, in the letters to the British officers, Dufferin writes Hume's Congress, and he warned the British officials that, he should not participate in any of the activities of the Congress. So, moreover, we find that Dufferin was openly, he started criticizing Congress. He said that it was a microscopic, minority, and, it is the organization of some intellectual opportunist. So he was not in favor of, Dufferin was not in favor of the foundation of Indian National Congress. So one class of debate, one school of thought is that, according to nationalist and, William Wedderburn, that A.O. Hume and Dufferin, they both, and the moderates, they all wanted to establish INC so that, they can promote British imperialism. On the other hand, this was argued that this opinion generated by the nationalist and the William Wedderburn, that this foundation of Indian National Congress is basically not true as far as these nationalists are concerned, that it was the result of the conspiracy of Dufferin and Hume. See, one point is that moderates, they wanted to build a platform, and this All India platform was built in 1885. Before this, pre-Congress association from 1830s to 1880s, finally it got culminated into foundation of Indian National Congress. From 1830 to 1880s, there were a number of pre-Congress associations, but none of them were All India platform. But Congress was the first All India platform. Then Dufferin also said that Congress should focus on social reforms. Congress should not participate in political activities. Congress should not become a political entity. Dufferin was not happy with the foundation of Indian National Congress. But Hume, on the other side, who was a retired civil servant, he wanted that India should have an All India platform through which Indian leaders could have a dialogue with the Britishers, and they can represent the hopes and aspirations of the Indian people, Indian masses, and they can demand for the freedom of India later. That is why with the foundation of Indian National Congress, Indian national movement starts in 1885 and finally ends by achieving the task of independence, in which Congress played a very important role. So it was basically the allegation made by the extremist leader, because they had an ideological conflict with the moderates. And second thing, that the Dufferin, who was not happy with the foundation of the Indian National Congress, but Hume, who had sympathetic attitude, sympathetic temperament towards towards Indian, and he wanted to have this. He wanted that Indian National Congress should be established. One more thing, that when he was posted in the Revenue Department in Shimla in 1878, how come he came across with so much of reports that was published, 30,000 reports? It is not possible. So even this opinion that was generated by William Wedderburn and these nationalist leaders also was lagging behind, was not having that reality or truth in itself. It was not true. So Congress was founded by A.O. Hume because of his sympathetic temperament towards Indians, and it was not a result of Lord Dufferin and Hume's collaboration. It was not the result of Lord Dufferin and Hume's collaboration, and it was not a conspiracy of moderate politics to remain in power or to work within the ambit of the British government or to promote the British imperialism. So Congress was founded, and this controversy or the debate of safety valve has, in today's time, has no relevance. It has become redundant. It has become outdated. The recent researches proves that safety valve theory is a wrong opinion, is not a right opinion generated by the nationalist leader who were against the moderate politics, because these leaders were extremists and they were against the moderates. At the same time, the safety valve theory, which was present in the work of William Wedderburn, Lala Lajpat Rai, M.S. Golwalkar, Girja Mukherjee, C.F. Andrews, all these leaders, and R.P. Dutt also in India today, he also mentions about the safety valve theory. So safety valve theory is in today's time is not a correct, view to establish, to make the people understand the foundation of Indian National Congress. I hope this topic, the debate of Indian National Congress, must be clear to you. Thank you so much for a patient hearing.